The Chinese Grand Prix, then, is upon us once again. It's a race that saw Michael Schumacher claim his final Formula One victory in 2006, as well as Red Bull's first win with Sebastian Vettel in 2009. There's no doubt there's plenty more drama to come here in Shanghai. Shanghai International Circuit, then, is a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience. And the flat, open to the elements location, test their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and they're available into turn 1 and down the kilometre-long back straight into turn 14. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Antonelli, Ocon, and Richard Verschoor, Stroll, Albon, Nico Hülkenberg, and Sainz, Behrman, Doohan, Enzo Fittipaldi, and Yuki Tsunoda, Lawson, Gasly, Hadjar, and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. So as all the cars reform the grid, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring the planned strategies are all in place.
now use DRS. DRS now available. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Green flag. Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive. Okay, we're more or less into the pit window now. If you want fresh rubber during the safety car, we're ready for you. Copy that. Enzo's in the pits. Enzo is in the pits now. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. Okay, clear. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, some information on Piastri. They're retiring from the race. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Final lap, push, push. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 30.1 seconds. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
And here's the checkered flag for our victor today, Richard Verschoor.
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today as they worked their way through the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.